been feeding the squirrels. And all of a sudden, they ate through her screen like a twirl. She put the bread that she normally throws out to the birds and the bees and the squirrely leaves. Yes, ma'am, but let me tell you, I'm going on my road now. Don't interrupt me. It's my birthday.
Bread that she throws out to the birds and the bees.
Tonya, pass me her cup.
Hey, I've seen birds laying on bees.
Tonya, pass me your cup.
I've seen bees land on birds.
But I said,
I ain't got no more. I
do
said,
bees eat bread? I don't think so.
anyway, whatever. This is. Can I tell it?
Bees
I'm
don't eat
rhyming.
bread.
I'm rhyming. Since y'all
Bees
always
don't eat
trying to
bread.
deny me. Okay. So now she was telling me about this. She showed the video where it ate through the screen. Then she tried to blame it on me. How is it my fault that squirrels over on this side? Keep in mind, I live about 15, 17 minutes away from my mother's house. Y'all already know the deal with Rick, John, James, and Shaquita over there. Shalonda. Y'all already know the deal with them. Okay? Y'all already know I stopped.
Squirrels communicate, right?
Tony, see, I can't. It's my birthday, people. Tell them it's my birthday. I have to have the floor all the time for today. So now, she's saying it's my fault that the squirrel ate through her screen. And he did. He bit a bit. He ate through it. And he broke some pottery out there too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Was he foaming at the mouth?
No, that little joker was hungry and he ate through that screen, came on towards you, got that bread and chewed all off the top. I'll show you the video.
Okay,
Wow.
so wait. So she was a little bit upset. Like most homeowners, yeah, when they start trying to chew up and tear up your house, no, it's like I declare war on the squirrels. We love them, they're cute, they're fuzzy.
They become rodents then.
But then the thing of it is, we need to get back to the understanding, how did it become my fault?
Because you stopped
Wait.
the squirrels out there where
Because
you
was the
live,
queen of the
and they
squirrels.
took it out on me. They don't communicate to each other, or else they don't come over here looking for food, and then they got me, and they probably said, "What doggone hell, Mama ain't putting no food
Squirrels
out
talk to each other.
there."
I know, but they can't talk as far from 17 miles from
They
here.
got folk that live across town.
West side, east side. Okay, but anyway, so it's my fault.
Squirrels fly.
Yeah, have you seen a squirrel go through and chew you that big old white? Please.
But the thing of it, I understand that they do communicate. Mama, please, I'm telling the story. Okay, so now,
Thank y'all for tuning in. Keep those.
it's not my fault. Now, I stopped feeding the squirrels over there at my house because these jokers were I'm like, y'all think I'm lying. I'm not lying. I'm just telling you. And people who have squirrels. Now, of course, I didn't listen to y'all, but lesson learned. I get it. I get it now. I get it now. Because they got it now. They know not to do it now. Because, honey, I did some stuff that lit them up. No squirrels were harmed. They just know. I got a nice little spray concoction that keeps them at bay. Because they know that the girl Lady T on the flavor train don't play. It's about to be squirrel season. October, they say. But the squirrels that live around in my yard and in those pine trees, they know I slay. Now, here's the thing. It's not my fault. How would the squirrels over here know that I stopped feeding the squirrels over on my side of town?
That bag, by the way.
You gonna show them,
Yeah.
Wow.
That's where he came in at.
Goodness gracious.
But Tony,
They meant business. You can't leave bread out there.
I told her that. I said he saw her leave that bread. You must didn't leave it. You must have left that too long.
I don't know. When I would feed them, I would leave a bag. I keep the extra bread. I just do a little bag of bread and hang it on the thing. And then, because I was feeding them.
Anyway, honey, that ate through her screen, honey. And I get it. Now that would make me feel some type of way. And see, that's what was happening to me. They would start jumping on my screen as a way to get my attention. Like, where are nuts? Where are nuts? You normally throw them out here between 7:45, 8:32. It's 11:37, and you ain't throw no nuts out. So they would jump on my screen. And they would walk on the screen and it would make that noise, And I'm like, I'm working. I'm like, what is that noise? What is that noise? And then I would see their shadow on the blinds. Like if I didn't have my blinds open, I could see them on. I said, oh, heck to the no.
She think this a game, y'all.
Are you kidding me? So I feel horrible that they ate through Mama's screen, but let me tell you something.
I wonder what Allstate would say if I filed a claim.
Well, I'm telling you, there's a bunch of squirrel videos on YouTube, and it's universal. All squirrels are the same way.
Oh, I don't know.
Pretty much.
They do that, and see what it is. See, a lot of people, with what we're going through, see, a lot of people go to the parks and they feed the squirrels, and this is universal. Well, a lot of people ain't been able to do that because of the situation we're in with this virus.
That's why I said.
So the squirrels ain't been getting fed. All over.
You stopped feeding yours, and they came from your house.
It could have been your neighbors in your neighborhood and stopped feeding them. Squirrels get a supply of nuts nature-wise, and other people feed them. Well, when other people see, because people busy trying to feed their families, they ain't got time to buy no nuts.
And you decided to feed them when you did.
And I did, and like I said, lesson learned. So I stopped feeding them. You think
so, you just stop like that and it's over?
Cold turkey. Oh yeah, they was mad. They were mad. Just like I can remember when.
No. The opposite word is still mad.
Yeah, but just like when Rex did it, he said when he stopped feeding them cats, they went down there like gangbusters, and he said they were out there like had they dukes up, throwing acorns out, and they were out there, and they pulled on his heartstrings, and so he started back feeding them. Well, I'm not finna be that way. I've cut it. I've cut them off.
Something gonna give.
Well, something's giving, because when they try, I light them up.
You gonna have to call animal control.
Yeah, honey, I done already had it. I done had it checked. Ain't nothing been breached. They ain't in my attic or nothing like that. They live in the trees, but like I said, and if push come to shove, if it get that way, I got alternative too.
Okay.
Yeah, but
That's what they do all day, every day.
So hold over here, Jimmy.
But yeah, they do say that. But yeah, I got it situated. Trust and believe, honey. That's my investment. But see, Mama left them. See, what happened was she let them see her throw that bread out there. And when she threw that bread out there the first time and he got inside her enclosure, and she said, what happened to the bread I just threw out there for the birds? Well, we'll call him Jackie. Or what you want to name yours? Charlie? Charlie saw you.
Give him no names,
He saw you throw that bread out there, and he was like, oh, so she the one been throwing this bread out all these years.
They knew them rascals knew.
So you know what they said about you? They was like, oh, so she been talking to the neighbors. Okay. That's what they said.
That's what y'all need to tell yourselves to make y'all feel.
That's what they said when you stop feeding them bread. She been talking to the neighbors.
No, I didn't never feed my squirrels bread. I always fed them peanuts.
Oh, the top of the line.
Yeah. Because, I read up on what they ate.
That's right. You gave them the top of the line.
Gave them some nuts.
Already shelled. They didn't even have to shell them.
I said, let me throw a little fruit out there.
They didn't even have to shell them. Look how nice you were.
Yeah.
So you know they looking for it.
You
think you can just go in there and just...
For the first week, they were mad. They were right. I'm telling you, okay, after a week of me start feeding them, this is what they did. They would get on my banister, on my front porch, and they would jump off the banister and slam into my storm door. So I said, like I said, I was in my office, and I'm like, because I play my I might have worship and praise music going on in the background in the living room, or whatever the mood I'm in, and I always put it on low. You know, just so there's noise in the air, so to speak. And I kept hearing boom, boom, boom. And you know, I got high ceilings in my living room, so I'm like, because I remember one time I was sitting there watching TV and that bird actually flew into that big dome window I got at the top. And I thought, ooh, I said, I bet he killed himself. But anyway, so I thought, well, maybe, you know, something's done ran into. And I got real quiet. And I heard it again. Balloon, 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 balloon. And I
Open the door.
And I used to keep my door open, you know, the glass door shut, of course, and locked, but the wood door, I kept it open before it got real hot. Now I keep it closed because I don't want my cool air to escape out. But before, I said, what is it? And as I was turning the corner, going into the room and going down the hallway to get to the front door, I saw that joker jump from the banister and hit I said, oh, heck to the law. Now, people had told me, they said, girl, don't feel it, because they'll start walking up and tapping on your window, and that's what they were doing. They would tap on your window. Them jokers are smart. Very intelligent. Very intelligent. So, yeah, like I said, lesson learned, your homegirl. But that first week, I think they got the picture now. Now, my other neighbors and stuff, they feed them. They be feeding them. So, I guess that's my saving grace, where they want food with me. They've stopped. Every once in a while, you'll see them run across the yard. Yeah, and of course, I don't care nothing about them being in the yard, but they know not to come up toward my windows anymore. But I'm going to tell you, the first couple of weeks, them jokers was hot. And when I run out there on the porch, they'll scurry up the tree and they'll sit on the branch and just look at me. And I know there was squirrel cussing me.
Look, you ain't got to use the bathroom.
Baby flying on you.
Woo!
Well, see,
Them squirrels is a trip.
Because I have every species of bird in the book right here. So I call myself feeding the birds.
The squirrels,
I
honey.
only see like, it's probably 2 or 3 squirrels I see. So I mean, so if they eat, they eat. Because once I throw it out there, whoever get to the person, I throw at least a half a loaf of bread out there at a time.
So what would you do, Sherlock? You act like you the squirrel whisperer.
I don't mess with it.
Oh, I know you wouldn't. I would. I'm just saying. Let's just say I called upon you to give. That's the dilemma. Okay, your mama just told you. What's the dilemma?
BB guns.
What do you think she should do about this situation?
What, with the BB gun?
I'm gonna bring you some ammonia. That's what helps. That's what keeps them deterred. I got that ammonia in the spray bottle.
I'm stop feeding the birds because of the school. Because I got sitting right there. I got 2 packs of crackers and some chips. Those crackers.
Oh, the birds that eat crackers?
They eat anything you put out there.
Yeah, they'll pick on and get pieces of it and eat it.
All my chips.
That's what Red said. He said you throw some ginger snaps out there, they'll eat them.
Anything they can pick up and they do what they have to do and take it back to their nest.
I ain't throwing nothing else out there.
And I deliberately threw some big pieces of bread out there one day. I took a hot dog one and broke it in 3 pieces. So usually I take the time to break it up. Small morsel. But they get it anyway. So.
Raccoons.
I don't see how that's my fault.
They got raccoons and stuff right here too.
Yeah,
I've never seen a raccoon. I'm sure they're out there.
They small too. They'll go pull the lid off.
Yeah, now I've seen a bunch of videos where they'll pull all the
in there.
Go down in your trash can.
Them things scary.
You gotta get the ones that lock. The lids that lock.
Now some people put them big glue traps out there, and the squirt because it's baited with that peanut butter smell. And some people say that you put them out there and that sticky stuff get all on them, and they be mad and they'll stay away from your house. But that's cruel.
I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna still feed those birds, but if they continue to come up on my porch, then I'll spray that stuff out there for them. They got some stuff called Cataway, and they'll keep, squirrels, cats, whatever. Or what?
Well,
Stink.
that ammonia has been very effective. They do not like the smell of that ammonia.
That stuff have all kind of chemicals in it. Right.
But that ammonia keeps them away. But yeah. I don't like the smell of mothballs. I don't like. They say mothballs keep snakes and all that away.
Snakes too.
But I can't deal with the smell of mothballs.
But you rather have a snake crawl up in there?
Well, I'm just saying. I ain't never seen a snake crawl up in there. If I
I won't see it.
Ever. Matter of fact, actually, there were 2 boxes of mothballs in my utility room.
So that's telling you something.
And I just keep them in there. I just keep them in there where my water heater is.
I wouldn't, not in the house. I would do it around the perimeter of my house.
Well, see, I got a utility closet inside my garage.
There's stuff like that they could get in cool places.
And there's 2 boxes of mothballs in there actually, and I told Ray to just leave them
right
there.
Over here on Crawford, he went to have that land behind him, cleaned up, and they pulled up that tree. He said 10 snakes came from behind there.
I can't handle nothing like that. Ain't gonna try to handle. No.
I said,
my nerves can't take it.
Ain't no way. Your nerves.
What your nerves do?
The first time I seen a black man fly.
What? Mm-mm. No.
I remember lady dad said snake was.
All right, y'all, we about to do it. We just sitting here jaw jacking, honey.
And how calm he was. He said, "Hey, come here. Let me show you something." I said, "What?" He said, "Come here. Let me show you something." I said, "Oh, okay." And he lifted up that thing. That snake was coiled all the way around. The motor's round.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, in the summertime, so it was warm. So I guess that's why. Honey, when I was beat it right on my.
Ooh.
I said, "Don't you ever get on that lawnmower again! And don't call me! I hit somebody." Hey,
No call, yeah.
don't call me out here. And I was tearing this show up.
Yeah. And you know what? When you're fearful, when people are fearful about stuff like that, whether it's bugs, animals, snakes, and stuff like that, it's very dangerous to play with people when they have a fear.
And you're speaking from your perspective.
Oh, absolutely.
I know. I'm just wanting to understand so they can see the feeling that you're showing right now.
Oh yeah, because see the thing, my family knows, and people who really know me, even my coworker. My coworkers even know if they see a bug, they go ahead on and take care of it. They
get
don't
out the way.
They don't
Kill
get
it,
excitable.
the
They go ahead on and
Kill
take
it,
care of it.
Or get out the way.
Or
Cause
kill you.
Well, see, they just know. They just know. Honey, I've almost broken legs, broken my legs.
Either
I have
killed a bug
or
get out the way.
So, people who know you, they should know not to play games with you when it comes to stuff like that. Because you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. Don't do that. Don't do that to people. People who will have a phobia of certain things, don't play with them. Don't play with folks. Auntie and them scared of a snake, and you throw a rubber snake.
That rubber snake come back rubber bands.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, don't play with people. And you might think it's a little bitty kiki and a little ha-ha moment. I'm just telling y'all, when it comes to me.
I don't like pranks and practical jokes. I think because people get mad too quick. I don't miss
I said when it comes to me.
So you remember that time we were at Olive Garden? No, it was Olive Garden. One of them restaurants in Greenville, and one of them water bugs was crawling across the floor. You know how they have you listen, wait out here till we call you? And Sam, me and Tony was standing out there, and I just happened to look, and here come a big water bug, and the lobby was full.
Sure.
I had prayer meeting right there to myself. I said, Father, in the name of Jesus, And you remember I kept telling you, well, Tony, let's stand over this way. And he kept crawling.
Yeah, because you were trying to get my attention.
I was trying to get you out the way. Because if she had looked down there and saw that thing crawling, that boy wouldn't even stand there. She would have cleared out the kitchen, the dining room, and the lobby.
I'm telling you, when people are scared or that adrenaline hits you, the strength that comes in your body can be deadly.
Yeah.
Have you ever been hit and slapped real hard by a man?
Oh. Okay. Why would you ask no?
Well, I'm just saying, I'm just trying to give you a measurement.
Try another one.
Because it would be times 10. If I
remember that time you hit me.
I slapped her on her shoulder real hard.
You up there looking.
She really, ooh, she was.
Look, I really.
She,
Let me tell you one damn thing.
Wait. She was so mad, but you know what? Because I jumped from this side of the room to the other side of the room, and she was cooking. Of course, she was at the stove cooking. Yeah, you were cooking. And she was moist. She was warm, and her skin was moist. And when I slapped her in her back, you imagine I slapped her on her back, and her back was moist. And you said, "Girl, don't make me get you delivered or something."
Ooh, I said, honey,
she was so mad.
Need to get delivered.
She had put her fit. She almost cold caught me when she realized I was running from a mom. That was about 20 years ago.
Yeah, you almost got it.
It's ridiculous.
Like that day when Tanya put that book on my lip.
What?
That rascal.
She did what?
She was like 10 or 12 or something like that. And she came around there and she said, I'm going to put a hook on you. And I said, girl, go on inside. And then in a few minutes, I felt something. And you know, I felt something wet on right here. And you know, automatically, when something hits you, it's the first thing you do.
Get your tongue, you're right. And it wasn't your fault.
What?
I thought I told you about she was about 12, and when I did that, I knew she had really put that book on my lip, and plus I did.
You dried a little bit.
I almost called her. Look, and I couldn't hit her. I said, because if I hit you, I'm going to kill you. I got to go to work tomorrow. What? So mad. What? I told her, get out of here. Get out of here right now while you can walk. I'm so mad with Stan. And she thought she was rolling. I said, girl, you asked her about putting that book on her. I said, she saw
why did she want to play with you?
12 and stupid.
12 and being stupid. Yeah, oh my God.
Oh,
Lord have mercy.
I told her, I said, ooh. You know how people say, you better be glad I know Jesus. Honey, because that day I was a kangaroo box her.
Child.
Yes, Lord, honey. I'm telling you the truth. Woo.
You know what? Since you telling it, I don't think I really ever did anything so horribly wrong when I was a child.
When you went to, it got missing, and we couldn't find you.
That was my thing. Tell me about it, because I know what Tony's was. We're going to tell mine, Tony, then I'm going to end the video because it's getting long, y'all.
I was trying to get at you, and I lunged at you, because I was going to tear your behind up, because you had went. What was that little store down there?
She went to the 7-Eleven and we could not find her. You didn't come straight back.
School or something.
You didn't come straight back. And so you know how when parents you can't find your child, you get worried, you get scared. Mm-hmm. So she was scared mad. And when you finally came, traipsing up in there.
I was talking about I knocked you under the.
She did. Dad had to go in there and get her. He had to come there and get her because she was finna kill you.
No. What happened?
And she gave you a scared, mad whooping.
Well, didn't something happen to me where I missed the bus home and I had to walk home in the rain?
You was down there.
I was thinking it was because I kept thinking, why nobody came looking for me?
You went to the 7-Eleven.
You went to the store.
Yeah.
Oh God, he looked just like my brother on that picture.
No, I remember I missed the bus and I was walking home in the rain. And that I can remember that rain was made me itch.
You might have did that at one point in time, but that
No,
day,
this time
it was a 7-Eleven.
you just call yourself gonna go to the store.
And then nobody couldn't find you.
And what did Tony do? Because me and Tony was always together.
I was where I was supposed to be.
No, we always had to be
When
together.
I think you snuck off.
You went off, but we went
So-
together. You
Yeah.
didn't come back. You went staying off.
You left me. Tony was good,
No.
was running ahead and leaving me.
No, I didn't leave.
You didn't
I
leave me that
kept
time.
asking when
Tony,
you
you
were
didn't leave me
there.
that time.
Nope.
Tony, you did.
No, I didn't.
How is it that we
went.
went together? I told you it was something. Tony and I used to go to places together because you would make us go together. And Tony would always leave and run ahead of me and leave me to scare me.
Well, that's some sister and brother things. You know that. I knew
No,
that.
this time you chose.
You back because he. Kept
Why
saying
didn't
he didn't know where
you
you
go
were.
back and make sure that I was walking closer
did.
to you?
That's what it was. You took another route.
So did you weren't watching me, Tony. I
Mhm.
could have got snatched up.
No, you decided to do something. I forgot what you did. I forgot you
I don't know.
did. You took
I
another
know
route.
You were MIA. for a
So
while.
now what did you say? And now forget about me. We finna dig deeper. What did you say when you got home and I wasn't with you?
You went another route.
Yeah, let's dig deep into this unresolved issue.
Like we
You
did
got
that dream when
you got told up. Tell you up.
I got a whooping because he left me.
Yeah,
I didn't really whoop people because whenever I went to reach at you, you fell. And what you did,
your belt came
she
loose, so she
crawled.
was grabbing you.
Yeah, you crawled, you got up under the bed.
Tony,
Wait a minute, you got up under that bed and wouldn't come out. That's why, because your dad came home and got you out under that bed.
what?
You went and got up on that bed and you. You wouldn't come out on that bed. But that's amazing how apparently like your child get lost or something hurt. You said, when I find him, I'm going to kill him.
Tony, you was low down.
And all these years, Tony always say, I threw you or knocked you under the bed, hit you and you went under the bed.
I must have blocked. See how they say psychiatrists say you block stuff out your mind? I must have really been terrified. Because that was something I must have totally blocked out of my. Now, see, I don't have any memory of that at all.
Well, honey, that, and it wasn't like a long period of time. It was just that whenever Tony came in the house and I didn't see you, and I asked him, I said, well, Tony, where's Tony? You said, I don't know. I don't know. He kept saying he didn't know. And I'm looking all outside, went asked the folks next door, went back down the trail that you take from the store, didn't see you. And I don't know how it was that you came back and got back in the house. That was a scary time.
Now, I remember Tony did something real bad. He burned and cut up your blanket or something.
Cut up that y'all.
I remember.
Little Three Stooges mess.
Yeah, I remember that.
When we were in, where were we at then?
Florida.
Florida, yeah. Cut up that.
I do remember that.
I thought, oh my
See, we remember
God.
other people's stuff. We don't remember our stuff.
I don't even think I whooped him that day because, honey, it was just so beyond. What? And when I asked him,
yeah, because you
Why
didn't
did
let me
you
watch
cut
it
up?
anymore.
why did you cut up that? And he
Why she wouldn't let you watch the Three Stooges no more?
Because he had he cut that bedspread up, and I said, "Tommy, why did you?" Because you know,
And it was blue and white, wasn't it?
Yeah, blue and white with flowers. And he talking about whoop whoop. When he was 7, he was like whoop whoop whoop, and he did that little stupid dance thing, whoop whoop whoop, and I'm standing there like, huh? He demonstrated because I told him, I said, show me how did you, because I was trying to figure out what made you cut, and when he did the whoop, 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 and then he showed me how he slit that bedspread with that knife or whatever he did with it. That was when I realized them stupid Three Stooges, because he loved them. And he had seen a scene on the Three Stooges because that was that thing to do. Mo, that big one. We used to always
Yeah.
whoop, whoop, whoop. And what I said, you'll never watch it again.